Well, any vulnerability showed in the 7th round that would make Joshua want to get in there, he's going to watch the 10th round and not fucking want to get in there. That's my guess. That's what he'll watch the 7th round and say, yeah, okay, I can clip this guy, and then he'll watch the 10th round and say, well, maybe I don't want that. In some ways, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, there were similarities. I got to say, I think, and there's no disrespect to Wladimir, who is a clear first ballot Hall of Famer, in my mind, one of the 8 or 9 best heavyweights of all time. I mean, I give him every accolade on earth. But he had just lost to almost every round to Tyson Fury. And at the point in his career, he fought the last fight of his career against Joshua. I take nothing away from Joshua. He did what he was supposed to do. He won, and he walked through the fire himself. He was hurt badly, came back and knocked Klitschko out. That being said, I don't think, and I don't mean this with any disrespect, I don't think Deontay, that Klitschko that was in the ring for the last fight of his career, I personally believe would not have defeated Deontay either.
Wow. What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt Taville with Counterpunch Boxing News. And I was letting you guys listen to a segment of the post-press conference when Deontay Wilder got his first real test by Luis Ortiz. Once beaten Luis Ortiz, he just defeated him. And they were asking Lou Dibella, which was his loyal promoter at the time, okay? And he was saying that, you know, Deontay Wilder fought like a real champion. He went through adversity because he got in trouble in the 7th round. He was hurt badly. He had a cold. No excuses, but he had a cold. His weight was low. Luis Ortiz had one-punch knockout power, okay? And he showed what a true champion was. Fair play. And they asked him, an interviewer asked him, well, what if Joshua, what would he think if he saw the 7th round? And Lou Dibella proudly said, well, the same thing that motivates him in the 7th round to get in there with him, he might look at the 10th round and not want to get in there with him, okay? So that just shows that Wilder had heart. Now, let me counterpunch this real quick while I'm here at this subject. The first Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz fight, okay, that fight was a true tester, but that fight wasn't refereed fairly. It was not. It was not refereed the way it really supposed to be. David Fields was the referee, and he allowed a lot of illegal punches. You know, let's just be real. I mean, Wilder's wild. We get it. I understand it. He's unorthodox. He's, you know, he fights with emotion, but he did a lot of fouls in that fight. Okay, so we got to let that out there since we're talking about the fight at hand. But the 7th round, if Joshua hurt Deontay Wilder in the 7th round, I think Joshua would have been fresh, more fresh than Deontay Wilder. Maybe. I mean, sorry, Luis Ortiz. Maybe. Because we have to factor in, to be fair, Wilder putting him down in the 5th round and him coming back 2 rounds later to do what he did with the onslaught of punches. Now, the question you ask yourself, would Joshua would have got him out of there in 7th round? 7 rounds. Because if Luis Ortiz tried and he hit him with some punches, he hit him with a lot of punches, a lot of unanswered punches, could Joshua be fresher than Luis Ortiz, given age, because he was 39 years old at the time, okay? Or, yeah, he was 39, about to be 40 the same month he took his first loss, okay? So, Joshua, what, 11 years younger? Would he be fresher? That's the question you ask yourself. So that's a very good question. Now, it's just a question. But knowing if he would have got caught with a left hook and a right hand by Anthony Joshua, a guy that can punch. Can he punch harder than Luis Ortiz? I don't know, because I would say he can. And the question would be, if Wilder was hurt the way he was hurt and the way he responded, he didn't go down. I think because he didn't go down, he would have put himself in a lot of trouble and had a lot of problems. And he would have been in more danger because he wouldn't go down. See, fighters that don't know how to fall, like Deontay doesn't know how to fall. Instinctively, he doesn't, because he's a very proud fighter. He is. He's a very proud fighter, and in that fight, he didn't want to go down. He didn't want to, take a knee. He's been down before, but people have totally stripped that off the internet, okay? That fight about 5 years ago, you could find it. You can't now. Sconyers, that was his name, okay? Dropped him, took him down to the canvas. You can't find it. No footage, okay? That footage has been clipped, burned, deleted, whatever it was, whatever it took, okay? But he's been down before. But if he refuses to go down someone with the repertoire of Joshua, he would have been in some serious problems in the 7th round, But as we learned about Joshua, he can punch himself out too, and that's exactly what Luis Ortiz done. He punched himself out. So rounds 8, he went in there. And speaking of round 8, he got 22 to 26 or 28 seconds, extra seconds, because they called him over there, and even Paulie, was like, okay, well, what are they doing now? The bell rung. They could have looked at him. They looked at him in the corner. They checked in the corner. If you go back and watch that fight, they checked to see if he was okay, because he staggered back to his corner after the ass whooping he just took in the 7th round, at the last portion of it. And when the bell rung, they checked him again. See, that type of stuff there was favoritism, as you can clearly see. Things are put in place to protect the A-side fighter, the fighter that has the money that's following that fighter. Teddy Atlas said it best. Follow the money. That's boxing. You're not going to have a Cuban that defected from Cuba to win. That wasn't going to happen. But with Joshua Wilder, if he would have hurt Wilder doesn't know how to really grab, okay? He doesn't know how to survive, and we've learned that from the Fury fight, the last Fury fight, and that's another video. But I think that Joshua would have convinced someone to stop that fight, because with the punches that he was getting thrown on him, I don't think he can take them. Now, to be fair, could Joshua take the right hand? Well, he took Klitschko's right hand. Okay. Now, moving on, what they asked Dibella, and he said no disrespect to Klitschko, but I think that the Klitschko that fought Joshua couldn't fight or couldn't beat this version of Deontay Wilder. Well, to be fair, and I've done this in a live stream, you can't take the fighter from Luis Ortiz, the fighter that fought Luis Ortiz. You have to take the fighter that from 2017 in April, when he fought Joshua. Okay, that was a year prior, or 11 months prior to be exact. Okay, so you can't say, hey, this Klitschko can't beat this Deontay Wilder. It was up to Klitschko to retire. He retired on in, but Klitschko picked the fighter that he wanted to pick. He got with his manager, Shelly Finkel, because he believed that this guy was a guy that was worth fighting. Okay? Klitschko has said that Deontay Wilder is not even worth fighting. Deontay Wilder was there the night Joshua fought Klitschko. Everybody knows that if you follow this channel, because I give people history lessons and make people understand what was really going on. Shelly Finkel managed both Wilder and Klitschko. Okay? Shelly didn't want him in there with Klitschko, but he wanted Klitschko in there with Joshua. Make that make sense. You see what I mean? So if that's the case, he didn't believe in his fighter. Maybe Deontay didn't believe in him either, but Dibella did. Okay? So what Wladimir was saying, his opinion, he doesn't think that fighter could fight. But the portion of the version of Wilder in 2017 is the one that hadn't even fought Bermane Stiverne the second time yet, okay? Because he didn't fight Stiverne until later the year. That particular Wilder would have to face Klitschko. And the way Klitschko was throwing bombs, okay, the question is, could Wilder stand up to that onslaught? Especially when there's been reports with many people that have reported that Klitschko gave Deontay Wilder a beating in sparring. Now there is no protection. You know, this ain't sparring. This is a guy that's coming at you like he did a couple years before to tap that ass. And it was a couple years before that. That was in 2015. This was 2017, okay? And we have Dibella going out for his fighter. He's promoting his fighter, I get it. But there's no way in hell the Deontay Wilder in 2017 was going to defeat that Klitschko that had his last hurrah. Klitschko would have knocked out Wilder. Because Wilder is fast, but Wilder's unorthodox. But fighting a fighter like Klitschko that's sound, that does have a jab and grab style, that can attack at will when he wants to with many different weapons, and the way he hit Joshua, do you think the way he hit Joshua in those punches, he couldn't take out Wilder? We'll ask his manager, because his manager knew, keep Wilder far away from Klitschko. Okay, please. That fight ain't going to happen. I don't want it to happen. It'll never happen as long as I'm alive. And guess what? Shelly Finkel's still alive. So for Dibella, you know, believing in his fighter, it shows you something about Dibella. I think Deontay Wilder would have fucking been cooked, refried cooked by Klitschko. Okay? Now, I'm not sure about Ortiz and Joshua. You know, that's a whole different story in another video. But to look at this fairly, I think he gets his ass cooked. And Shelly Finkel knew it, but it just shows you that Dibella believed in his fighter. He promoted his fighter. He believed that his fighter was the best version of himself, you know, and could defeat Klitschko. Call him delusional? I don't know. But it does show one thing: confidence and loyalty in his fighter. Regardless of what happened, and we all know what happened with Dibella and Deontay Wilder, and he kind of kicked Dibella off the island, basically. He did, with the help of Al Heyman and Shelly Finkel. This guy, Dibella, still believed in him, and I think that's worth mentioning. You guys tell me what you think about Dibella's opinion. Could Wilder beat that version of Klitschko that fought Anthony Joshua? Leave your comments below. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been counterpunched. Peace.